Hi students, 8th B1. We were learning the civics lesson, United Nations Organization. Yes, we call this UNO, United Nations or UN. Okay, popularly we call that in that name. We have studied that for what purpose they created this, to maintain the peace and protect human rights, provide humanitarian aid, uphold international law and promote sustainable development among the countries of the world. Okay, and before the UN started, we have learnt the League of Nations after the First World War. This also one organization, but it was failed to maintain the peace. Then after the Second World War, these two great men, Franklin Roosevelt and Winston Churchill, both of them formed one organization that we call United Nations Organization to maintain peace among the countries and don't want to create any war against other countries. Okay, we have the correct exact date for this United Nations Organization came into being, that is 24th October 1945. We have studied that, and we every year we are calling that UN Day. This day 24th October 1945 we call UN Day every year 24th October, and we have headquarters in New York City. They have one office, they have a headquarters in New York City. It is in USA. Okay, and coming to the membership, in starting time we have only 51 members. Not present we have 193 members. Even new countries also they can join, and only thing they have to sign in the UN charter, that is what are the rules and regulation the nation should agree and sign. Okay, languages are there. Official language they have Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian and Spanish. 6 languages are official language for UN. And we have some objectives we learnt that, and principles we learnt. Objectives is our goal. Okay, aim to maintain peace and security in the world, to develop friendly relationship among the countries, to promote respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. At least 3 points you can write in your classwork. Even principles of UN. Okay, all members countries have sovereign equality, that is all nations are equal, whether a rich country or a poor country, developed country, underdeveloped country, any country are equally, we are equal under UN. Principles means rules in UN. Okay, all members country must obey UN charter. Already we know after signing the UN charter only we became the member. So we are under the UN charter, everybody must obey. Okay, at least this 2 point, 3 point you can write in your classwork. The UN shall not interfere in the domestic affairs of the member countries. If anything happened inside our country within politics or anything, that UN will not enter in our business. Only between the countries only they will enter and solve the problem. Okay, this is the headquarters in New York City. This is the office for UNO. Okay, see the flags and a big tall building. This all we learnt in the last video, children. Again, for recalling, I am telling you, you just read once again the lesson, you will come to know. Okay, coming to the principal organs, these are the organs of UNO. UNO is an office, but under the many members, organs are there. That is General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice and Secretariat. In that we learnt already 2 items. That is General Assembly. We call this World Parliament. See, this is the big place. In every country, delegates will go there and sit and talk about the problems. From country, 5 people can attend. But in voting time, only 1 people can vote. That is 1 vote only they will take. 5 people are going, not 5 votes they cannot vote from the country. Only 1 vote from the country. But maximum 5 can go and attend the meeting there. Every year once they'll have this meeting. Okay, this is the General Assembly. This Security Council only they will appoint, they will add, they will recommend the members to the General Assembly. That is their work. Security Council work function is to recommend the members for this General Assembly. Okay, they have some functions to admit new members on the recommendation of the Security Council. The Security Council only will recommend the members to attend this assembly. Okay, that is their chief. Next one is Security Council. We call this, it's a important organ of the UN. Okay, this is very, very important organ because it does many works and they have permanent and non-permanent members. Okay, we studied the 5 permanent members: China, France, Russia, UK and USA. They are the permanent members for the Security Council. They have veto power. That means if their discussion, China is not accepting one thing and it's not done. Again, they have to discuss the problem. If everybody, these 5 members agree one thing, then only they can execute that problem. Okay, they can solve the problem. Otherwise, again, they'll sit and discuss. Okay, that is the veto power. The 10 non-permanent members are there. They are elected for every 2 years. Some non-permanent members also there, 10 non-permanent members, they will be elected by every 2 years. The Security Council meets once in a month or whenever they required. This they will have once in a year they'll meet. But here Security Council once in a month they will meet. That's why we are telling this is important, powerful organ of UN. Some points, functions are there. It maintains international peace by examining the settling the disputes between the countries. Okay, and we have already we come to know it recommends the name of the person for the appointment of the Secretary General. Okay, for this assembly they are having the Secretary General. This Security Council only give the name for the Secretary General. It recommends the names for the new members of the admission to the UN. Okay, already we come to know this under the General Assembly. Now coming to the new thing, this only I taught this all in one video. Now coming to this thing, Economic and Social Council. This is the third organ of UNO. Okay, Economic and Social Council. ECO SOC. We call ECO ECO SOC. Okay, Economic Social Council. We call. Main object is free the world from want. The council has 54 members with 1/3 retiring every 3 years and being placed by the new members. In this council, okay, we have 54 members. Every 3 years, 1/3 is retiring. They can retire and the new members will be elected. Okay, replaced. What the function? Okay, it coordinates and supervises the work of the UN specialized agencies such as WHO, UNICEF and UNESCO. We have some agency for United Nations Organization, that is World Health Organization and United Nations for Children Fund, UNESCO, Science and Economic Educational item. This all they are taking care. What they are doing, they will coordinate that, they'll maintain, they'll supervise these agencies. It organizes the projects, initiates the studies and submits reports concerned with the health, education and other social, economic and cultural issues. Okay, these all field this Economic and Social Council is taking care of this all fields, that is education, health, social, economic, cultural issues. It promotes the economic and social progress. Okay, it encourages the cultural and educational cooperation and promotes the universal respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. We say no human rights, everybody has equal rights. That all it will take care. If anything anywhere goes wrong, this Economic and Social Council will come and solve the problem. Okay, this is also a powerful council, organ of the UNO. Coming to the next one, Trusteeship Council. Okay, this is also interesting one. The Trusteeship Council was set up to work for the 11 trust territories formed after the Second World War. After the Second World War, they formed this. Okay, its aim was to make them self-sufficient for independence. Okay, no country should be under anybody's control. that colonization, imperialism, everything, this council will take care. Now all these countries are free. Hence this organ is now redundant. Nowadays there is no country under anybody else. Okay, mostly they were free. So this trusteeship council is not working nowadays. Okay, International Court of Justice. This is also very important and interesting one. Any problem between the countries, they'll go to court. This is the court, they'll come and get their justice. International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice, ICJ, is the judicial wing of the UN. Okay, it has 15 judges. They have 15 judges, all from different countries. The judges are elected by the General Assembly and Security Council. The first two organs are electing the judges, 15 judges from different countries. Their term is for 9 years. They can serve as a judge, with 1/3 retiring every 3 years. The headquarters of the ICJ are at Hague in Netherlands. We have a office for this International Court of Justice in Netherlands. This is the place. This is a building. We have International Court of Justice meets in this impressive structure. Okay, function. What they are doing, the International Court of Justice settles disputes between the member countries. It also provides a legal advice to other UN organs. If any UN organs need any suggestion or advice, this International Court of Justice can provide them, and any problem between the countries they can solve through the court. Okay, you understand, children? Coming to the next one, that also important one, that is Secretariat. The Secretariat carries out the day-to-day work of the UN. Okay, this is the last organ, which is important organ. The Secretariat is headed by the Secretary General. How we have Secretariat for Tamil Nadu, in the roadside of a beach road, we have that office. Like that, they have an important office. From there only every day they are doing the work for UN. And we have one head for that Secretariat. That is we call Secretary General. He or she is elected for 5 years in term, may be re-elected. Antonio Guterres is the present Secretary General of the UN. Okay. Yes. Coming to the next one. This Secretary General also elected or recommended by the Security Council. Function. The Secretariat prepares the minute of the meeting. They'll sit and they'll make an agenda what they want to talk. And after the meeting over, what all happened in the meeting, they'll write in a book. That is that prepare the minutes of the meeting. Translates the speeches and other documents into official languages of UN. See, from our country, we know English well. But if anything, if it is Hindi or any national language, any other countries, they can translate it in the official language. Already we come to know there are official languages for UNO. So they will translate into that particular languages. Okay. And coming to the next, organize the international conference. They will organize the conference. Prepares reports on issues of international concern. Monitors and extent to which the decisions of the different UN bodies are being carried out. See, this is also important organ of the UN. See, these were the general secretaries for the UN nation. He is at present, we have 2017 till date. Antonio Guterres. I think at present they have changed. We'll find out that. You can find out that and tell me who is he. Okay, at present is a different man, not this man. Now he is not as president. Okay, I mean Secretary General for the UN. Okay, coming to the next one. What is the part of India? How we became part of UNO. Okay, that we learn. Before India participation, we learned the achievements of UN. In this, we learn selective ones. Okay, we have apartheid. This is the one kind of practice. It was practiced in South Africa. It was the discrimination among the blacks and whites. After this UN and condemned, and General Assembly described the policy of the apartheid is a crime against humanity. There is no one should claim you are black, I'm fair, like that. In any discrimination should not be there in South Africa. Okay, UN achieved that. UN cleared that problem in South Africa. Next we have the UN has helped many countries to secure independence. I told you, many countries were colonized by other powerful countries. The weak countries were colonized, imperialist. So after UN came, they made them independence. They took many steps to make them free. It also conducted a free and a fair election in many countries. Okay, and UN went and conducted election and free and fair election in many countries. UN working to end the nuclear arms race and to end the possibility of another world war. Already 2 world war happened. First World War, Second World War. So the UN is making the end. There is no nuclear arms. Nobody should show their weapon power, and it condemns the country one who ready to fight. So they are putting end for the possibility of the next World War. Okay, these 3 things you write in your classwork under the achievements of UNO. Okay, coming to the next, India and UNO. India officially became the member of the United Nations on 30th October 1945. Immediately after 4, 5, 6 days, we also became member of UNO. Since then, she has always given the active support to the programs of the UN and has been keenly involved in the programs of UN agency. We are supporting, already we signed in the UN Charter, we are the member of the UNO. India has actively supported all peacekeeping efforts of the UN. Time and again, she has sent troops and medical teams to the troubled areas. India troops are currently serving in the many countries. When UN calls for any help, India immediately help for the other countries. It shows their helping hand. India is against a war and the accumulation of the weapons of mass destruction. We never encourage the war between other countries. So we are against the war. She has supported the UN and efforts towards the nuclear disarmament. Okay, we are not proving that. India has opposed racial discrimination. She has always supported the cause of human rights. Yes, in India we all are equally treated. There is no social discrimination. Even though we had, it's not a so big problem. Okay, India has supported freedom movements of the other countries. How we got freedom, like that India supported for the other countries to make them free. Many Indians have served an important positions in the UN. Shashi Tharoor served as the Under Secretary General for Communications and Public Information at the UN. Shashi Tharoor he served as a General Secretary for Communication Public Information at UN. Okay, many Indians got some post in the UN. Okay, children, you understood about this United Nations organization. Wherever I gave the points, you write in your classwork. Okay, yes, with this we'll end with the lesson. The 2 videos you are learning this United Nations organization. Watch the video and write your classwork. Thank you, children.